watch this gentleman and what he's about to do, and then I'm going to do a commentary on it by the time he's done. See, he's going to, he's climbing right onto the eggs, crates, piles of crates of eggs, and he's going up there and arranging the eggs, putting them in place, and still standing on the crates of eggs, and walks back, going to come back down. And it's clear that it's obvious that this is a place where he's loading eggs into. When I first saw this video, I'm going to be honest with you, it was the very first time ever I was seeing something of this sort, because I'd never imagined it was possible to work on eggs. Okay, but the minute I saw it, I thought to myself, because the person who did this particular video clip was making some noises that suggested he was thinking it was some kind of magic. I knew there had to be a scientific basis for it, but this was a black guy doing it, so clearly it was tested and proven. If he wouldn't be taking such a risk with that volume of eggs. So I said, okay, I'm going to do some research on this and find out what exactly makes it possible for someone to do this. I did that, and I found out there was quite a lot of material. Can you imagine at secondary school level, high school students in Europe and America, they do these experiments in physics class? It's just a scientific principle. Basically, the concept has to do with the strength of the eggshell itself when it contains fluid, when it contains the egg. And basically what happens is when the egg has not been tampered with, when the structure of the egg is intact, when the integrity of the egg, outer egg shell is intact, the egg is actually almost like unbreakable. There's another clip you're going to watch in a few seconds.
It's the tease. You would never walk on eggs.
Right.
In fact, pick an egg, raw egg. I should tell people that the eggs that we're using here are past the date. All right, so it's not like we're wasting a whole bunch of eggs. All right, so these came from the refrigerator, but these are past the date.
Yeah.
If you take an egg, there's this amazing thing with an egg. If you take an egg and wrap your fingers around the egg like this, and now I want you to squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze, squeeze. See, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
An egg has this incredible strength. Now, a lot of people say that you can only do it this way. That's not true. You just proved it otherwise, so you can squeeze that way as well. This egg has this incredible strength, but at the same time, just a small little nick in it, and of course we know what happens.
Right.
And so the thought was, could you stand on an egg? And so it's something that high school students do in their physics class. They have to part of the thing is they have to come up with shoes.
Right.
So they could actually stand on some eggs. And so you did a good job. I gave you a little challenge.
Yes.
You painted your toes over the
Yay!
weekend. See, it's science.
Lucky me.
So here, there's your challenge.
Yes.
All right, so here, I'm going to put these back here
Okay.
like this. And here's what I want you to do is the hardest part is the first step. So you're going to step up here, and it's kind of like the bed of nails. If we can distribute your weight, it should be just fine. Ready? So here we go. I'm going to help you out just a little bit. So there's the first one there. Good. Good. Beautiful. You did it. See? You are on a dozen eggs. I'm not holding you. There you go. So you're on a dozen eggs, and everything is just fine. But I think that that's cheating. So here's what I'd like you to do. Step back. So I didn't tell you about this part. Step back. Okay, go ahead. Good. Now, here, give me your feet, and let's take those off.
Okay.
So here we go. Oh, sorry about the,
Oh,
sorry.
that is
I know.
definitely duct tape.
That's what, no, that's Gorilla Tape, all right? So that's, I didn't want it to come off. Good. And that small layer of skin that you're pulling off.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah,
thanks.
are you okay?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, good. So now let's do it barefoot, okay? You just have to be flat-footed, okay? So just be very flat-footed.
So my arches are good.
Okay, so I'm going to help you
This
here.
very much.
Tell your husband I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, so here we go. So here we go. Stand in. Good job. Try there. Good. And you're there. Look at this. Okay, now let's walk. Ready?
Oh.
Okay, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. A little walk. Which foot for? Oh, now here's the deal: is you're distributing your weight over all of those eggs. So standing on one egg, bad idea. But standing on a dozen eggs, not bad. And now you're actually standing on 24. So there you go. That's why the first one's the hardest. Look at this. Is this fantastic?
Yep,
Good.
nerve-wracking, but
You've
that's
gotten
okay.
through. Let me see. You've gotten through. Let me see. 6 dozen. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Oh,
did you just feel one? Oh, there's your
all right,
foot.
that's
It's okay. We're messing around.
gooey.
Here, go one more. Go one more. There you go.
Yep, that's
there you
really
go.
gooey.
Good
That's-
job.
yep.
And one more. There you go. Good. Ta-da! She
And
did
I
it.
only broke one egg.
You did. She only broke one egg, so there's that one that's broken there. That's perfect. Now watch. If you had more weight on you like this, watch. See?
Definitely
It's
smashed
amazing.
another
See?
one.
You can. I'll get how much I put on you. Is that nice? Okay, give us
Wow.
one jump. Can you give us a jump?
Onto
Okay.
the eggs
Yes.
or off?
No, jump onto the eggs. Ready?
What?
Just jump onto the eggs. I'll help you. Ready? One,
Okay.
2, 3, jump. See? You are amazing. All right, take your feet off. Let's see what damage you did.
One.
But look at that. You actually
2,
jumped
3.
on them, and we all
That's
that messing
amazing.
around, you got 3 of them.
Yep.
And of course, all the eggs are raw. You did an awesome job.
Thank
See?
you, Steve. I appreciate it. That's amazing. The strength of eggs.
Let me just put it on. And you take a look at that clip. You can see this gentleman. He's a guy that runs a TV show. It's a science TV show, kind of like just do daily scientific experiments on TV. And if you look there, you can see he gets the lady to hold in her hand and his own hand too an egg, and then try to squeeze the egg and kind of break it. I know that this looks ridiculous, doesn't it? And it will be interesting to see just how far one could go in terms of strength, because there are some guys that have a lot of power in their hands and maybe they could break it, but I have tried it, I couldn't break it. It's very funny. So the thing is, definitely an egg that has not had the integrity compromised, maybe something has cracked it or anything, if the egg is intact, it's actually very, very strong. So when you put a group of eggs together, this is where the science comes in now. And you can see from the video there, you can see her being taken across the eggs. She's actually walking on the crates, or small crates of eggs, and you can see that by spreading her weight across a number of eggs and not letting her weight dwell on one particular egg, she's able to avoid breaking any of the eggs. And I think that is the principle the other man we saw getting into the truck and standing on eggs was exploiting. The only thing is, I think they've actually experimented there to a point where they know exactly how to do it, that it doesn't have to take as much care as the woman is taking in this video that you're watching. You can see the woman in this video with the gentleman who's running the science experiment. They are being so cautious to avoid breaking, but this other man walks so calmly across. They must have established a way to make it work that way for them. And that's something that I just feel that farm business owners, that's why I'm doing this video. Those of you who run poultry farms, you have layer farms, and you have to stack your crates of eggs. You need to pile your eggs, you need to arrange them. This is something that might be useful for you to know. The tensile strength of the eggshell is obviously something that is greater than what most of us will assume. We actually think of them as being delicate and easily breakable. Not necessarily so. It depends on how you handle them. So in this case, we're talking about how you stack them and how you move around when you are handling them. And I think it's something that you might want to experiment on your farms and find out exactly how far you can go, because it could just help you in terms of how you're able to pile them up and how you're able to create space to keep going. Sometimes you have so-called egg lots and you have no space. You may be able to arrange them at higher levels, and you may be able to get somebody to do that. Maybe somebody that's not so heavy. A child might be, maybe a child that maybe 10 years old, 15 years old, who's not so heavy, could actually walk on the eggs and enable you to pile them at higher levels and save some space. So this is something I think can be very useful for farm business owners. I don't know how many of you knew this. If there's any of you that knew this, maybe you put a comment down below. Let's talk about it and see just how far you've gone with it. I'm going to actually go to the next level. I'm going to actually take crates of eggs. I'm going to try and see if I can get one of my kids to work on it when I get back to Nigeria, and just see how far we can go. If they break it, then they'll go and cook, fry it like that or something. But I think it's something that's worth knowing for a farm business owner, right? Cheers.